Corp. Relationships are what drive our success. So whether you are looking at storage for your toys or a new ag building, we hope to exceed your expectations each time we serve you. We are here for every stage of your life. Build your dreams today at ClearyBuilding.com.
This is 1310 WIBA Madison, an iHeart radio station. Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Oak Park Place, Wild Rock Golf Club, Zimbrick European. Also, University Ridge Golf Course, Ridge Top Exteriors, Wisconsin.golf, Cleary Building Corp, and Nevada Bobs. Now, Hall of Fame is Mike Heller.
Engineer Mike Heller and Paul Braun. You guys wouldn't believe it, but I did.
No, we did.
No,
We hear about 10,
16,
17, 8. You go.
Poor guy.
That's my career highlight. The other one.
Okay.
Hey.
One throughout the season has been great. Dan
We're reviewing two contracts.
has been fantastic.
Did an interview that
Because you didn't do that on your
they
Okay,
did, as
all
a
right.
matter of fact.
Yeah, and an
But
important
I'm
one.
not going to tell you what it is. Both of you.
Well, it's to me, I love anything. Steve, when he was captain, Steve,
I
when
like that it's a team thing. I like that the team plays the team for the most part. And that group has been together. And I think way back, and maybe well here. It's going to be a
No doubt about that.
and they've got to win, wins the event.
stakes to give it away.
Won it last time. Also on the show, the season development. We are going to do Mike and I.
He said it was going to happen.
Subjects over a 60-plus year. Now, what we're going to do in Rome.
Art along
Studio on the show. I actually get needs to go. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, and we leave tomorrow on Sunday. With them to tons of places. We have enjoyed. We love seeing new places. We love doing touristy things. We love seeing the local spots, and yeah, it's all because of golf, and we love that. We love the sport also. So, yeah, very fortunate. My childhood has been a lot of that, and and then my sister came along when I was 8, and I've gotten to share that with her. So, this one will be really cool. We're missing 2 very significant people in our family. Obviously, they don't get to come, but I'm really excited to share it with my dad.
I was just going to talk about that, but before we talk, because your mom is going to be playing in a tournament right out in Arizona, and she's in competition too, right?
Yeah. Yep. My mom will be playing in the tournament that she qualified for, the U.S. Senior Am in Phoenix. So she'll be doing that, and then Izzy will be playing in her postseason stuff. So I'm pretty sure, I always get confused what comes first. It's either regionals or sectionals. I never know. I think it's regionals. So yes, she'll be doing that while we're there. So yeah, we got a lot going on, but it's cool.
Are you going to get a chance to tour Rome at all, or a pretty tight schedule in a week event?
Yeah, so I'm not really sure. I've tried to ask my dad. He doesn't really know, but I know for sure I get to go see the Coliseum, which I'm very excited about. That's one thing that I know for certain. And then I think it'll just kind of depend on scheduling. And like I said, I'm kind of working, so I'm not really. I don't know how much free time I'm gonna have, so we'll have to see when I get there.
When you get opportunities like this, I would imagine it's got to have helped you growing as a person and learning from those lifetime experiences, right?
Yeah, it has for sure. And it's really been, my childhood. So I feel like, yes, I've gotten to, learn new cultures and meet new people, meet different kinds of people. And being able to share that with my family, is very, very special to me. And then as I kind of got older and into my golf more, it kind of took on a different, I took on a different outlook on it, kind of, because I really appreciated more so what my dad was doing, and I got to learn a lot from, the competition and the golf part also, which, when my sister and I go out and watch him, it's amazing how we both can come back to then our own golf and be like, even though maybe we didn't practice and play a ton when we were gone unnecessarily, you feel like you learn a lot, and you're just taking a lot in course management, how, our dad, but other players are handling emotions, all of that stuff. So yeah, as I've gotten older, that's changed, but it's been very cool.
What's your plans for the next couple of months in terms of golf?
Yeah. So kind of entering my off season, really this past week, I've haven't done a ton of practice or even playing. I played 18 holes with my mom and a couple of her friends, so more fun stuff, and just kind of taking a break. Little bit of reflection period, I guess, too, of what I feel like needs to get better, what I felt like I did well, and the growth that I had over the season, and then kind of planning what the next step is. I'm still gonna play, so just seeing when I'm gonna start. It's probably gonna be some mini tour stuff in Florida in January. So really nothing until then, which I'm really excited about. I get to watch my sister, watch my dad. Cheer on my mom, obviously, from afar, but do some other things and be home.
As you've reflected back on your playing experiences so far, what are your thoughts, and what does it do for you in terms of the future?
Yeah, definitely beat myself up a lot when I, the last month or so, I was hard on myself. I really didn't perform how I wanted to this whole year. And then at the end, missing out on getting to stage 2 of Q school really bothered me. Just because it really just puts everything up in the air of where I'm going to be able to play next year. And the Epson tour seems kind of out of reach at the moment. I know it's not, because there's a lot of ways to get back to the Epson tour, but so ended on kind of a sour note, but that the last few weeks have been more of a switch of okay, you did a lot of really good things and a lot of growth, and I see that I even though feel like it was a negative season, that I am still trending, and there is improvement there, even though I don't maybe feel it right now. But
I remember you saying to me one time a couple of years ago, being behind the mic and the camera, you want to be out in front and those kind of things. With the experiences you're gaining, the interviews, being part of the show this year and that kind of thing, to me, it's obvious, should you be interested, I would think you'd have a potential career way down the road in front of the mic or the camera. Would you have any interest in doing it?
Thank you, Paul. That's very nice. I would. My background, my degree is journalism. So yes, this stuff has always intrigued me a lot, and in specifically sport, but golf. I have thought the last month or so, I have actually thought about okay, if I were to do something else, what would that be? And yes, I would really like to do. I think I've gotten comfortable speaking out these kind of things. I think I would be okay in front of the microphone. It'd be really fun, because if you're thinking about on-course commentating, I think it'd be great, because you are in the game still, a lot. So yeah, down the road, I could see it.
How about instruction? Look at your family.
Yeah.
You got grandpa, your uncle, Mark, the whole family.
Yeah.
The instruction part of it, you could be a great asset in terms of instruction too, especially for women, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is not really I don't enjoy that as much as most people in my family. I don't feel like I'm very good at it. But like you said, yes, this TPC now and all the opportunities that are coming from it, there are so many avenues that I could choose. You're right. And I have really not thought about that one just because I'm not super interested in it. But I mean, the impact that me and even my mom is so good at it. We keep telling her, like, you should get I think you need some sort of license or something for it. But yes, the woman's game is trending in the right direction, and it would be really cool to have a positive impact, especially in our city. So definitely something I can think about. So,
well, I tell you what, I think you've got a great future in probably several areas. And
thank you.
Hopefully the golf career continues for a long time, and then you can move on to another phase. And I would assume a large part of your life is going to be devoted in some way, shape, or form to golf, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like at the moment, and I'm not upset about it. I love it. It's served my family and I very well. It's a special game. So yeah, that the future is there for sure.
Well, I want to thank you on behalf of Mike and Dave and everybody else involved with the show. It's been a great addition and a lot of fun this year.
Thank you.
And look forward to it in the future.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been awesome. I say it every week. You guys are awesome. So thank you for letting me be a part of it.
One final thing, would you see the Pope and put in a good word for all of us?
Oh, for sure I will.
Thanks, Bobbi.
Thank you, Paul.
Have a good time in Rome.
Thank you.
We'll be back on Talking Golf right after this timeout.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Sean Cleary. I'd like to take a quick 30 seconds and talk to you about the most important part of a Cleary building, the foundation. Without it, you won't be able to stand the test of time. At Cleary, our foundation is made up of some truly amazing people. Our Cleary family rises to the challenge every day, and it shows when that shamrock is applied. So if you are looking for a new challenge at our corporate office or out on the construction site, join the Cleary family today by clicking on careers@clearybuilding.com.
Oak Park Place is a proud sponsor of the Golf Effect radio show. While golfers need peace of mind to succeed on the course, Oak Park Place offers seniors and their loved ones peace of mind by providing the right balance of care centered around an active lifestyle. Hi, this is Pat Richter for Oak Park Place. Choose a senior living community with neighbors that become like family. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
It's time to lock in your tee time at University Ridge Golf Course. Now taking reservations up to 90 days in advance for the 2023 golf season. Book at universityridge.com. Proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship, University Ridge is a course for everyone with tees ranging from 5,000 to 7,200 yards. Even if you don't have time to play, stop out and play on the free putting course or pay $20 to hit practice balls for an hour on our grass tee practice range. Play where the Badgers and the pros play in 2023.
When it comes to golf, being the best takes years of hard work, focus, and love of the game. It's no different for Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 20 years, transferring our neighbors' homes with new roofs, siding, and windows has been par for the course, and we've mastered our craft. For a free estimate, go to ridgetopexteriors.com. Affordable roofing, siding, and windows, plus award-winning customer service. Get your estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com and let them know Ridgetop Larry sent you.
Looking for
for new equipment? TPC Wisconsin has a team of certified fitters that have been ranked top 100 club fitters by Golf Digest, Titleist, Ping, and Mizuno. TPC Wisconsin fitters use science, art, technology, and ball flight to determine the best equipment for your swing. To schedule your private fitting experience, contact Dylan Parisi at 608-249-1000. Learn from the best. Get better. Only at TPC Wisconsin.
We continue on a Monday night at TPC Wisconsin, our final episode of Talking Golf for this calendar year. Gary D'Amato's been a big part of it all season long. He is the president of the National Golf Writers Association of America, also with Wis.golf. And Gary, you got a chance to play in an event today, so I appreciate you joining us on your way out. I think you were at Lasonia, which is one of the great places in this state to go as well. Let's do this first, Gary. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up in this next weekend. It's the Ryder Cup, and we've talked to you about this process throughout the year. And Steve's over there, and Zach Johnson is the U.S. captain on this. The USA has not won on foreign soil in the Ryder Cup in 30 years. Why is this different? What do you see?
Well, I got a chance to play the golf course. I went to Rome last year and played Marco Simone with a PGA of America delegation. And what's different is just, the atmosphere of playing on foreign soil. It's tough. And we see that when Europe comes here, and we see it when Team USA goes over there. What's different is that America's got a great, great, great team. But, they've always had great teams going over there. A lot of people think this is going to be a blowout for the U.S. And I think maybe Dennis is one of them. I don't see it that way. I think it's going to be close.
What do you know? Speak for yourself, Mr. President. Mr. President.
When we talked to Steve about this last week when he joined us, he talked about how they've narrowed the fairways down at 300 yards, how they've got a couple of drivable par fours. They've grown up the rough. I mean, they do set up these courses, both in the U.S. and on European soil, to favor their style of play, and that is part of what the Ryder Cup has always been.
It is, yeah. They're going to do what they did with Le Golf National in Paris a couple years ago, and they're going to narrow the fairways. They're going to grow the rough, and they're going to slow down the greens. That's the formula. It's worked for them. They're going to stick to it, and it's just a matter of can the U.S. players adjust, especially on the greens. I think Europe has been better than Team USA in recent Ryder Cups over there. They just putt better. They make more putts, and that's what Ryder Cup is all about, and they do it better.
Tiz, do you want to respond to Gary? He's kind of questioning you a little bit about...
Well, you would think that being over there, he'd be a little bit more, he'd know more about it, but he didn't tell me anything.
What does he
What did he tell you? Well, he tells you the same thing, that they cheat. That they set the course up the way they want to set it up. Of course, we did that too. We did it up here at Whistling Straits. We did everything for the American players. So that's what they do. But I really think that this team has the fortitude, the get together, the family affair, or the family relationship, better than any other team that they've had over there. That's what they have now. And like I said, the team members pick the team. And they picked their buddies that they play with. I mean, they criticize, what's his name?
Dustin
PGA?
Johnson? The PGA.
What the hell?
The commissioner?
No, the kid that plays with came in last that they're criticizing there, Justin Thomas.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
He and Jordan Spieth are
They're
very,
pals. They've played
very,
together since they were
very
little kids.
difficult to beat.
By the way, Jack Nicklaus was quoted in the last, I think, day or two. He said Dustin Johnson should be on this team.
Yeah, well, he should be, but we should try to pay on the PGA Tour.
Yeah,
that's on you, Paul. You brought that up with Dennis sitting right here. You knew what his
If it was
response
important,
was
then he
gonna
should be here.
Yeah.
But then again, like I said, the money is what's important, not so much the Americanism. I just don't see how this. Other than this, I know from a business standpoint, the people that have the money control the business, and in that partnership, I know who's got the money.
Yeah.
That's what I worry about. Okay.
Gary, maybe it's not fair because you haven't had a little time to think about it, but if I said, what's potentially the top story in golf in Wisconsin this summer, what instantly would come to your mind?
I guess the top story was the U.S. Senior Open, right?
Yeah.
Padres holding off Strick and Jerry. I can't see a bigger story than that because it was a national story.
If we recap, kind of look back at the year, Steve had one of the more remarkable seasons, maybe the most remarkable season ever on the PGA Tour Champions. And that was part of it, right? From going and winning the AmFam to going up to Stevens Point. It was all part of that season. But Steve is absolutely one of the stories of the year in the state, no?
Oh, no question. You can recite all the stats. I mean, he leads virtually every statistical category on PGA Tour Champions. But the one that stands out to me is 15 starts. He's finished first or second 11 times.
Yeah.
When have you ever heard that? I mean, I don't know even know if Tiger did that when he was at his best. That is unbelievable to finish first or second 11 times out of 15 starts. And the other four, he wasn't that far back either.
Eighth was the worst.
Yeah, isn't that something? I mean, we did that last week talking about the number since he joined PGA Tour Champions and the number of top 10s and the number of top 5s, and it's ridiculous. It's not a golf statistic that we've ever really seen before. We see it in other sports.
Yeah.
It's a tennis stat. The best players in tennis are always going to make it to the finals or the semifinals, but in golf it doesn't work that way. But it did this year.
And we're chatting. Go ahead, Gary.
Well, I was just going to say, you look at, you're surprised when he shoots 68. You think every round's going to be 64 or 5. Yeah, it's been incredible.
Gary, senior writer for Wisconsin.golf, the top source of information for golf, not only in Wisconsin and beyond. Gary, you write a multitude of stories every year and that kind of thing. Is there one that you wrote this year that you found was really a gratifying story for whatever reason, something that stuck out in your mind?
It was just a couple weeks ago. I went up to a little town called Osseo, Wisconsin. It's where Ben Sieg was from, the late Ben Sieg, who played at Marquette and died at 33, heart attack, I think it was. And I'll tell you what, that town is the most golf-crazy community I've ever seen. A town of 1,600 has produced 5 Division I players in the last, 15 years. And I think they finished first or second, it's kind of like Steve Stricker's number. Almost every time they go to state, they win it. And it was such a fun story to do. I was received with open arms up there and played in a little tournament, and that one was gratifying. And real quickly, the other one that wasn't gratifying, but it was really interesting, was the high school freshman who made a hole-in-one. And while he was retrieving the ball, his push cart rolled into a lake, and he had to dive in the water to save his push cart and lost his phone. And that's something you don't hear about every day. It wasn't a walk-off. It was a swim-off ace, not a walk-off ace.
Exactly right.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, Gary, I tell you what, you made a major contribution to the show. Despite his giving you a bad time, thanks for being on all season. We appreciate it very
Gary,
much.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yep,
My
see
pleasure.
ya.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this time out. This is Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin.
A new year, and maybe it's time for new equipment. If yes, Nevada Bob's is the place to go. Jeff and Max are the fittest fitters around, and they can set you up from driver to putter and everything in between. And anything else golf-related, wheel and deal with Joel.
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're looking for an amazing golf experience, look no further than Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. This stunning championship course offers unforgettable views from elevated tee boxes with greens that roll fast and true. Cut from the natural beauty of the Dells, Wild Rock is truly a sight to behold. Secluded and sheltered from the outside world, Wild Rock is a unique gem that offers challenges for all skill levels. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Do yourself a favor by booking your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Oak Park Place is a proud sponsor of the Golf Effect Radio Show. While golfers need peace of mind to succeed on the course, Oak Park Place offers seniors and their loved ones peace of mind by providing the right balance of care centered around an active lifestyle. Hi, this is Pat Richter for Oak Park Place. Choose a senior living community with neighbors that become like family. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
This is Gary D'Amato, senior writer for Killarney Golf Media and Wisconsin.golf. Visit Wisconsin.golf for the latest in golf news and feature stories about people, places, and tournaments in our state. And listen to Talking Golf on TPC Wisconsin to hear me spar with Dennis Tiziani. Wisconsin.golf and Talking Golf. On the internet and on your radio dial, the voices of golf in Wisconsin.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
One more time to visit with Travis Becker. I'm Mike Heller. This is our segment that we do on Talking Golf that has to do with lesson giving. We're not to the end of the season. We're just to the end of our Talking Golf season on the radio. But soon enough, there will be snow flying another month from now, 2 months from now, and we get into a 5 or 6 month off season for many golfers. Travis, one of the things that we talk about is player development away from the season time. Now, that can be physical player development, being better fit, stronger, more flexibility, mobility, things of that nature, but also just into an off-season program, which I would think is all-encompassing. Let's talk about that tonight.
Yes, so we're looking forward. We're already in preparation mode for our Winterizer program that starts in January, and that's a program that runs 5 sessions. We meet every other week. We meet, we'll cover putting, we'll cover short game, we'll cover full swing, talk a little bit about some of the management things that take place on the golf course, but the wintertime is a great time to work on technique.
Okay, let's go short to long. I've wondered this many times over the years that I've played golf. What can you do to work on putting in the off season other than finding a place that has an indoor putting green? What are the things we can do to make our putting game better when we can't actually get outside and on a green?
Sure. If you have any carpet at your house, you can work on your putting. But we use some of the tools that we had a few episodes ago with a putting mirror. We use a metronome. We use a tape measure. So you can work on setup. You can work on some technical things maybe with your club path and your club face, and also just dialing in your stroke length and tempo. And we give you some of these drills to focus in. You don't have the greens in front of you, but you can definitely work on mechanics.
My carpet rolls at about an 8. That's it can be a kind of a problem. All right, let's talk about some of the other elements then that you can work on in the winter that can help to develop the game. So we're talking about iron play or full swings. What are the things that players can look forward to doing when it's too cold to be outside?
Too cold to be outside, so we definitely want to go back to the basics and really take a hard look at the fundamentals. Look at the grip, look at the posture, look at the ball position. We can check positions. Again, we're not worried about ball flight, so we can be a little more mechanical and we can build some feels.
Yeah, we've talked about that earlier in the year. We talked about some of the tools that you can use to help in the game. So let's talk about an impact bag, because it's one of the things a lot of people, when you're in the golf season, they just want to play. They'll work on the game a little bit, but they're working on the game so they can go play. Some of the tools that you have into an off season allow more repetition and less feedback that sometimes can make you revert back to your norms if you get to play?
Correct. When you're working on your swing, you want to work on your swing. When you're playing, you want to play. It's tough to separate the two when you're out there, but during the off season, it's a great time where we teach you how to practice and how to do it slow motion and how to stop in some of the positions and really build different feels maybe that you're not used to.
Spend a few minutes here talking about the fitness element of golf, because we get into an off season and somebody says, I'm just not flexible. Well, now you have 5 or 6 months to find a way, because it's not an overnight process anyway, but you get time to do some things that are advantageous to your game in the way your physicality works. So there are fitness programs designed for this game. Not putting you on the spot as to whether you're doing those elements as well, but for people that want to spend the off season kind of tweaking what they do physically, how can they go about it?
Definitely. We're fortunate enough here. Again, I'm a golf professional, not a personal trainer, but I do have a team. So we have people on our team that are specific to fitness side for golf, where they can do a body assessment, take a look at, again, maybe your hamstrings are tight or your shoulders are tight or you have a bad back. And just to get you on the correct path and the correct program, so you're not going to hurt yourself, but you're going to make improvements.
I know it's not here today, but it will be, the new teaching facility here at TPC Wisconsin that will have even greater opportunities in the winter, talking about the indoor putting green and being able to hit warm to cold, so you can be inside but hit to the outside and be able to do that throughout the winter. Those elements, and when they're coming, those are significant in developing a game and never getting too far away from it.
Correct. We're going to have one of the best facilities here in the Midwest when this gets completed. We're going to have technology in there. We're going to have a professional staff that's very experienced and is well known in all areas. And like I said, it'll be a team of people, whether we're looking to have not only our golf professionals for swing coaches, but we will have personal trainers, we'll have mental coaches, we will have nutritionists, all on our staff, club fitter. So we're almost bringing it like a tour level academy to our students, where they're going to have a team of people there to help them play better golf.
Yeah, and let me add to this, because we've talked about this all year. This isn't just for those who want to play tournament competition, but also just for those who want to take their 25 handicap and take it down to a 15, the 15 handicap that wants to get to single digits. It's all elements of the game. You're talking about everybody, not just kids, not just young adults, not tournament players, but all of them.
Correct. We will work with the beginner player to the tour professional and everybody in between. Anybody looking to get better, we are here for them.
Yeah, we're not that far away. And for those, do you suggest for some who end up playing a lot, is there an advantage to having any downtime, to take weeks away from the game or a couple of weeks away from the game?
I would say for the bulk of people, it's good to put the clubs down for a little bit and regroup and get that excitement back. Typically, November, December may be down times for a lot of the people with the holidays and family get-togethers, and the weather's turning. And then as soon as January rolls back around and golf gets back on TV, people got that bug back again, and they're excited about it.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've enjoyed the opportunity for you and I to visit on the lesson side, the teaching side. You've helped me personally, and I think for those who have listened, I think this has been a great boon for those who love the game of golf, and I know you do. So thanks for all the time we've got to spend together this year, and we'll look forward to doing it again next.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Travis, we appreciate it. We'll be back with more Talking Golf in just a moment. This is at TPC Wisconsin.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance, because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
TPC Wisconsin houses a world-class golf instruction, coaching, and club fitting experience. Golfers have year-round access to our award-winning coaches and club fitters, state-of-the-art technologies, and PGA Tour quality facilities. If you'd like to learn more about junior and women's golf, private instruction, group coaching, or business clinics, please contact Travis Becker at tbecker@tpcwisconsin.com. Learn from the best. Get better only at TPC Wisconsin.
When you're looking for an amazing golf experience, look no further than Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. This stunning championship course offers unforgettable views from elevated tee boxes with greens that roll fast and true. Cut from the natural beauty of the Dells, Wild Rock is truly a sight to behold. Secluded and sheltered from the outside world, Wild Rock is a unique gem that offers challenges for all skill levels. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Do yourself a favor by booking your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. That's wildrockgolf.com.
When it comes to golf, being the best takes years of hard work, focus, and love of the game. It's no different for Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 20 years, transferring our neighbors' homes with new roofs, siding, and windows has been par for the course, and we've mastered our craft. For a free estimate, go to ridgetopexteriors.com. Affordable roofing, siding, and windows, plus award-winning customer service. Get your estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com and let them know Ridgetop Larry sent you.
Ugh. Jim, what are you hitting?
Titleist 4.
Well, I got a top flight and a Callaway, but no Titleist.
Dude, I've already lost 3.
Maybe you should work on your swing.
I don't want to hear it.
Are you tired of duffing your drive? Then Clary Building has the answer for you. Hi, I'm Sean Clary. Whether you are building something for your business or storage for your toys, we can always add a little indoor driving range. Let us keep you in the fairway. Visit clarybuilding.com today.
This is Gary D'Amato, senior writer for Killarney Golf Media and Wisconsin.golf. Visit Wisconsin.golf for the latest in golf news and feature stories about people, places, and tournaments in our state. And listen to Talking Golf on TPC Wisconsin to hear me spar with Dennis Tiziani. Wisconsin.golf and Talking Golf on the internet and on your radio dial, the voices of golf in Wisconsin.
And we're back on Talking Golf along with Mike Heller and Dennis Tiziani. I'm Paul Braun, and we're going to devote the rest of the show to talking to Tiz about a number of different things over his career, and he's given us that the thumbs up. Is that what it is?
Yeah, we get carte blanche. We can ask him whatever. Just make sure the delay is on.
Yep. David's got his thumb on the thing right now.
Got a big enough tee. Tee me up.
Seriously, Tiz, let's start with I've listened to you and Larry over the years and that type of thing. Your dad must have had an unbelievable influence on both of you guys. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, he was a PGA member, and he was a pro greenskeeper superintendent. So he did all 3 things at the courses. I was up there for 50, 60 years or whatever. And, we had an opportunity to work in the bag room and work in the golf shop and cut greens and cut fairways and do all those things. So we were pretty well grilled. And he's a pretty bright guy, too. He has a degree in accounting and stuff like that. So it was good. I thought it was maybe, he could have been a little easier on us.
Yeah, that's the feeling. He was pretty tough.
That scrape up my leg in the back here is kind of tough,
Did you kind of develop somewhat of a same philosophy in a way?
Well, there was no monkey around. He was, everything had to be the way it's supposed to be. And, you had to have a good set of eyes. You have to, when you go around, you have to look around because the people that you're entertaining, the member, is seeing all those things. So, you had to have ladies' eyes. You have to see what's going on.
Dennis, this game has been central part of your life from, I assume the time you're 10, 12 years old. So you've had
3.
Yeah. So you've had 60, 70 years of golf. I know, and we're going to talk about some of the things you've given. What has the game given you?
Well, it gave me an opportunity to give back to it. I mean, that's really what it's about. It was not about me taking things. It was about me giving. And it was an opportunity there I learned a long time ago, you find your gift and you give it away. Okay?
Yeah.
I obviously have a gift in the teaching part and stuff like that, and you give it away. And, paying you, I mean, I'm not a whore,
Yeah.
And,
Well,
pay me, but, that's the smile. It's when the person leaves here, it's that ability for they come back. And that's how you judge a business, by what comes back.
Well, now, hold on a second. Paul, you got this in your notes, so I'm going to steal it, and I'll apologize to you later. You've done all of this teaching your entire professional life. A lot of people who haven't met you and worked with you don't realize that all those lessons are free. I'm sure you got some money at some point for lessons, but the bulk of what you do is complimentary.
Right. When I first started out,
who does that?
It was 12, 13 hours over there.
Sure.
Where you'd wear a pair of blue pants and they'd be, the sun would fade them out. So there was a lot of that. 12. But after a certain period of time, that was not the deal. We were charging, $25, $35 an hour, stuff like that. And it pretty soon, can you see my daughter? Can you see my son? How are you going to do that? So I just went that way, and I adopted that philosophy that, I found my gift, I give it away, and you know what? I'm happier than hell about this.
Good.
That's what's important.
Let's talk a little bit about Cherokee, and then we're going to get into TPC and that kind of thing, too. You've told the story, basically. I don't know exactly what it was, but basically you came to Cherokee a number of years ago with about $50-$60 in your pocket.
63, yeah.
And $63. What has kept you here all those years?
Well,
you could have gone on to many different things, right?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of things. I think the people kept me here. The people that I met here, that was a big item. Foxy needed help on the golf end. He was good at the real estate side. So then we wanted to build this, so we built this, and John was with us, John Paulus, and Paulus and he didn't get along to us, so he left. So next thing you know, here's what we got, this whole deal. Not knowing this, that, in the process, I think back of those, try to go to work for somebody that's about 20, 25 years older than you, right? And then when he retires, get the business.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know about that. I just did it. And like I said, I had $63, wife, 3 kids, no car. My buddy Pete gave me his car. Come down here. We lived up in Stevens Point at the end of the airport up there, and I commuted. So I picked a range. I was done by 10 o'clock, drive to Point, then back here at 8 o'clock the next morning. And, so all of a sudden, there was a lot to do here. And next thing you know, years start going by. And then, should I go back out on the tour again? That's what I was going to do. And Foxy said, well, why don't you stay here? We need to. So I sold memberships and I tended bar down with Steve Caravello. That's what I did, So, and it worked okay, but I could see the progress.
A question on the playing side. Some people have competitive regret. Do you have any competitive regret that you didn't do more of that? I mean, you had a gift there, too, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I played on that tour for 69, 70, 71, 72, and all indicators to the people that I was with, Tommy Bolt, people like that, big nine players, they took me under their wing, and I was moving along. But I had to make a choice, like everybody does. If I'm going that route and I'm gone all the time, and I got 3 little kids at home, how does that work?
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision. Faith, family, education, golf. That's the priorities. Don't mix them up. Well, it didn't take much when you go that way. Golf was down at the end. Faith and family was up front, and that was the key there. 3 kids. The oldest one was 3 years old.
Dennis, over the years, you've done some remodeling at Cherokee and that kind of thing. You could have maybe remodeled to a certain extent. The course basically in 60 years needed some improvement. Why the TPC model? Why not just maybe make some improvements to the golf course and live with that versus going all in on the TPC?
Well, the key word was some improvements on the golf course. When you get into it, and how are you gonna improve it? What are you gonna put in watering system? I mean, that's $2.5 million. There's up. So got together, and Steve and I, and we talked about it and stuff like that. And well, I don't know about this, and he does not want to be in the golf business. So it wasn't like Steve was going to dump money into there, which he hasn't done. And I said, well, and I ran into a guy, Steve Wensloff. Steve Wensloff works for the TPC, right? He's been there for 27, 28 years. I got to meet him, and he did the work up in Blaine, Minnesota, whatever that course is up there. It's a TPC.
Yeah.
It's up there. And he did a thing called Flip It. And what the hell is that? Flip what, Well, it's in a marsh. You take out the clay and you take out the peat. You dump that on the fairway, and then you go down after the glacial sand. That's what was here. So, well, glacial sand, what is all this now? So we did the soil borings.
Yeah.
It's full of it. Wow. So, okay, we get going here now. What does that cost? And then we've got to do all 18 holes, and you do this and you do that, and made the decision, okay, it's one of those things. Let's do it. And do it meaning what we did here. Cut down 650 trees and got, all these fairways, the whole thing, 150 some acres. That's sand top dressed. So it's really, really perfect.
Is this your legacy, TPC, and does it mean that? What does it mean to you?
I don't know if that's what it is. I never looked at it like that. I feel so, I'll tell you what I feel the best about. Every member who comes out here and non-member, they love it. And when I stand next to the lady, how did it go? They just love it. That's it. That's all I needed to hear was that's what's good. So, I don't know. Legacy is what it is. There's a lot of people involved. Do I have a lot to do with it? Obviously, you're paying for it, So, but and then to go back to that, then this guy Wensloff.
Yeah.
He's with TPC. So next thing is AmFam, Jack Salzwedel. These are all friends of mine, West Strait. I mean, they're CEOs. What about this? What about that? And then I'm approached by them or Steve, and would I be interested in having the tournament here? Well, it's a tournament course. That's what we built. So here we go. Now TPC gets involved, and now we're one of 30 private courses in the United States.
Yeah.
Not a private course in Wisconsin. It's fine, but now it's private. So that one thing, next thing you know, we have a tournament, and now they're talking about other things that would come here too. But I'm sensitive to that because I'm worried about my members getting here. We're selling availability and service. Those are the two things we're selling. So you can get here to play, and there's a lot of service when you get here. So
I always think, Dennis, it's interesting when people talk about legacy. One, it means a couple of things. One, you're getting older, right? So legacy is it's talking about age, but you talk about family, faith.
Oh, yeah.
So, I always think that your children, your family, that's your legacy, your grandkids in your case as well, that's a legacy. This is your life's work. But your life is family, and it begins there.
Well, that's the start of it. Family is it. And we grew up that way. Where I grew up, that was, Italian family. That's how it was. It wasn't like we have it here where, you fly private airplanes and fly to Rome and all these other, what the hell is all that? Drive these Mercedes-Benz and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a total different deal, lifestyle that's there. But that's where it's all at. If I have two lives, kind of like, one that family one, which is totally different, and one that people see me here, what a hard ass he is and all that sort of stuff. Well,
What would your dad say today on this property, what you do, what you've built here, the membership?
I could hear him. Do you know what the F you're doing?
Yeah.
That's what he would say. Do you know what you're doing here? Because we did one time, I'll just tell one story here. When Larry, so we had, I don't know, maybe 1,000 dozen balls or so in the storage room.
Sure.
So we walked back and said, what the hell are those? I said, well, it's a ball. What are you going to do with them? I said, well, Dad, we sell those. And you're going to sell all those balls? I said, no, we turn them 3 times. I don't sell that many balls in the whole 10 years up here, that type of thing. So he had no idea about stuff,
All the things that you've done in your career, if you had one mulligan, would you use it on anything as you look back?
No. It worked out as good as could be because I'm going by that same priorities. So how can you beat that? And it's carried over, and you can see it in my son. You can see it in my 2 daughters. And you can see the difference. And you can see, well, it's run over to Steve, too. He understands perfectly what it is, family. And I think to a large degree of why he is successful, because that is what's first. That disappointments, if there are some things that happened in his career, minuscule compared to what it is now. But let me tell you what, it's a very simple lifestyle that I have, and no complicated at all. I enjoy coming over here. It's not work. Most of the people, they're friends of mine.
Yeah.
So I come here. Guy says, when are you going to retire? I said, from what? I come here. I sit in the sports lounge. I sit with these guys. They sit and they BS, and we have lunch together, and that's it.
Well, you don't have to retire, but we got to cut this off because we're almost out of time.
We're out of time? That happened already?
Yep. We'll be back for our final thoughts on our final show after this time out. This is TPC Wisconsin.
No, it's 6:50.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob's. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oak Park Place is a proud sponsor of the Golf Effect Radio Show. While golfers need peace of mind to succeed on the course, Oak Park Place offers seniors and their loved ones peace of mind by providing the right balance of care centered around an active lifestyle. Hi, this is Pat Richter for Oak Park Place. Choose a senior living community with neighbors that become like family. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Locations throughout Wisconsin. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
It's time to lock in your tee time at University Ridge Golf Course. Now taking reservations up to 90 days in advance for the 2023 golf season. Book at universityridge.com. Proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship, University Ridge is a course for everyone with tees ranging from 5,000 to 7,200 yards. Even if you don't have time to play, stop out and play on the free putting course or pay $20 to hit practice balls for an hour on our grass tee practice range. Play where the Badgers and the pros play in 2023.
Welcome back. We are live at Luke and Anna's garage. Sean, what are we looking at here?
Well, Phil, Anna has taken over the garage with her candle business and left no room for lawn care storage. It looks like Luke has a 5-iron. No, make that a 4-iron to knock down the weeds around the house.
Great call, Sean. I don't think that 5-iron would have gotten it done.
It's a story as old as time, Phil. You gotta have the right tools for the job, and if you don't have a place to store the tools, then you should probably visit clearybuilding.com today.
A new year, and maybe it's time for new equipment. If yes, Nevada Bob's is the place to go. Jeff and Max are the fittest fitters around, and they can set you up from driver to putter and everything in between. And anything else golf-related, wheel and deal with Joel.
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
And we're back for the last time this season on Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin. And guys, I want to say a special thank you to Dave McCann, our engineer.
I don't want to do that.
Who kept it all together all season long for us. David, thank you very much for the hard work.
You. Listen, a lot of times he's got to come over here at different times of the day on a Monday to do extra things when we're recording with Travis or so on and so forth. So Dave's always been that guy, always a yes guy if you need something. So, yeah, very much appreciated, Dave McCann. Thank you.
And thank you to our sponsors, because if it wasn't for them, we might not be sitting here.
He married well.
Bring him back. Oh, Dave did.
Dave,
yeah, no doubt.
He married over his head.
He outpunted his coverage. I tell him that all the time.
Imagine
well, thank you. I'll be sure to let Susan know you said that.
Any final... About a minute left, guys.
Yeah, it's fantastic to do it. I've said this from the beginning. A long time ago, I was in this business, and one of the guys that I always wanted to listen to when he was talking about this game is Dennis. And and Larry, for that matter.
Yep.
But being able to do this with somebody I respect the way I do you, Paul, and your
Thank
broadcast history, this has been a lot of fun for me, and I hope I get to do it again. I know it's a contract that gets looked at and maybe kicked out.
We're looking at it, yeah.
Mr. Tiziani, you have about 30 seconds of anything else you want to say.
Well,
we got to be out at the 2-minute mark.
But likewise, thanks to everybody concerned, because we do this, but there's so many things that go on behind the scenes. I know all the stuff you prepare for and all you prepare. I see his truck here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, to make this happen. But it's good, and we're going to be back.
Whoa,
there it is.
It sounds
there's the commitment. Dave, clip that, send it to me so I have it.
Is this the time to ask for a raise?
No.
Bend over.
Well, that's
going
to wrap it up. Here it is. I guess that's a good way to close it. So, for Dave McCann, along with Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Braun, and thank you to the listener for putting up with us for the last 20 weeks or so. And
10
hopefully
years.
we'll be back again to do it
next
another
spring.
time.
Let's do it.
This has been Talking Golf at TPC, Wisconsin.